Yeah,
It should go pretty smooth. If it glitches out, I might ask a question again, but it was really smooth on the last one, so we should be good. So, what up, JawsAtalk show listeners? Another interview with an um, with a graffiti artist, an underrated side of graffiti that I feel like needs to be highlighted. Uh, when these fools go and put work in. Hold on one second. This artist I saw on Instagram, hella respected what he was doing. Not a lot of people are putting in the work like this cat. So, Moxy, go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit.
my name is Moxy One. All I do is roller paint. I don't fuck with cans. Do marker hits, stickers, shit like that. But trying to preserve the craft in a different avenue that I felt wasn't really respected. So I chose a path that was a little bit harder than.
Mm-hmm. Dope. Yeah. I've only done very few amount of rollers in my path of doing this shit. So when I see somebody putting in the work like you, man, that definitely caught my attention. Hella respect that shit.
I appreciate it, man.
Full trains, motherfuckers. Full fucking trains. So shouts out. So yeah, that pretty much describes the style. What city do you rep? Where you from?
Bay Area,
Okay.
which is in a real hard place right now, man. They just recorded the worst air quality ever on October 12th.
Oh shit. So you're surrounded by the fires then, huh?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I live all over the Bay, man.
Damn.
Love it. Rep it. Still rock the old school belt buckles with the C and the A on them, you know what I mean?
All
the
right.
letter ones.
Dope. That's what's up.
Keep it old school, you know what I mean?
For sure. Good shit. Cool. Do you rock any crews? Who do you rock with?
Nah, I'm a solo artist.
Tight. Good shit. Who are some people that inspired you?
King 157, doing big hole cars, just killing it. You know, getting older in age, still crushing, not giving up, still out painting, putting in work, humbly doing it. You know what I mean? Saber for doing that big ass LA River Bottom hit.
Yeah.
I'd have to say FOS crew for doing the big roller they did in that big airfield out there. Indy Climb be going big, man, but they use sprayers. They don't do rollers, so
Right.
I would have to say I tip my hat for what they do, and I give them their respect, and I give them a lot of props for going big on a lot of shit, but I don't use sprayers. It's a little bit harder to put in the work if you use the roller. You got to use your shoulders. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a pretty, if you saw me, the size of my work and the size of me, it doesn't really match.
No doubt.
So
No doubt.
you know what I mean? You would be like, damn, you do all that? And I'll be like, yeah, I try. You know what I mean?
Tight. So, I know there's all sorts of different ways to make those sprayers, but have you ever fucked with the fire extinguisher shit?
Yeah, just recently, one of my boys, man, took me out, man, and we pumped him up with a little bike pump right there on the tracks, man, and gassed out some tanker cars and shit. And,
That's dope.
It was pretty fun, man. As soon as I saw him get up, I was like, "You go first, man. I don't know how to use this shit." And I just watched him, and that shit went, and I was like, "Whoa, man!" I was instantly addicted. I was like, "Man,
Yeah.
I need to start doing those. Just gas whole lines out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just the whole freeway sides. Like, I don't have a working one right now. That's the only reason I'm not out doing it because I probably got at least 100 gallons of paint sitting.
No doubt. Yeah, that shit, dude. Someone's broke that shit down for me, and yeah, that looks pretty fucking dope, man. Definitely salute to all you motherfuckers doing that shit. Right on.
I mean, with a sprayer, you know, I actually want to try out sprayers, to be honest, man. That new Graco, I don't know how to say Graco.
I have no idea.
They came out with a cordless sprayer. It takes the DeWalt 20-volt batteries, like for a power drill.
Oh, interesting.
You could just, like clips, man. You could just go out, but I mean, you need to keep reloading this little plastic container that's the refill thing on there. And it's not very big. Like if you had a backpack apparatus that you could like mod to it, you know what I mean?
Right.
You'd be money, man, with that thing, man. You could just go around and just mass fill, and you wouldn't have to have a roller or the compressor to run your sprayer and all that crap. You know what I mean?
Sounds like you're in business, man.
You need mobile.
Sounds like you're in business, right?
Yeah.
Cool,
yeah,
man.
Right.
I want to see that. I want to see that shit happen in the next few years, man. See what you can do with that. I think that you're filling a market when you come up with something like that.
It'd be pretty crazy to use those, but I mean, it takes away from the roller, though, man. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
One of the hugest things that makes me keep going is, and I didn't mention it a second ago because I was talking about the sprayers that Indy Client did. MTA, man. The roller that they dropped on the LA River bottom is the thing that makes me tick.
No doubt.
My goal is to snap their record, man.
Wow.
I don't know if I can do it by myself, but you know what I mean. At least form a small elite little crew and go out and crack it. You know what I mean? And then go even bigger than that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that would be tight. How long did it take them to do that LA river?
3 nights and 30 dudes. 500 gallons.
Woo!
That's
work, son. That is some work.
Yeah, my little plan that I've devised, I don't know if I'll ever be able to. If I can carry it out, man, it'll probably cement my name in painting for probably until I die. And after that, I want to do a mile-long roller.
No.
So pretty much each one of my letters will be the size of the MTA roller.
Woo! Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna take some seriously dedicated cats to approach
I feel like you need to
beat the buff on that.
Yeah. I feel like you need to
you gotta move quick.
Right. I feel like you need to rent a helicopter for a day or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to see the find the prime spot. But yeah, man, I want to see that shit. All the power to you, bro.
I actually got a spot, man. The only problem is I don't have the cats that are as stupid as I am. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I got a spot too where I can rack all the paint to get it done. I haven't racked any paint from this place because I'm saving that to accomplish.
Right.
But I mean, is it gonna happen? Who knows, man?
Right.
But that's the goal. You know what I mean?
Keep the dream alive.
A lot of things. I think. For being a solo artist for so long, you know, I was away from society for, you know, a little bit. We'll just leave that at that. But I wasn't ever part of a crew when I was younger or anything. You know what I mean? So when I sit there and I think, you know, what did other vandals do, or you know what I mean? And I touched base and got on Instagram and Facebook and things like that, and I was like, whoa, man, a lot of other dudes do stuff I do. Because I wasn't really into associating with other writers and stuff. I just did my own thing. You know what I mean? I didn't really function with other cats and stuff. And it was pretty cool, man. And I seen that other people did things, so I tried to step out and be different. You know what I mean? Like, you know, do other people do hand styles with rollers? Yeah. But they actually draw them with the roller and kind of make it a tag on the wall.
Yes.
They don't just straight bust a hand style with the roller like it's a can and just stroke that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone tried to bang some pictures on me on Facebook like, oh, the people have already been doing this. I'm like, oh, yeah? I'm like, well, what you're showing me doesn't match what I'm doing.
Right. And that's another thing
not to be rude or nothing, but it's not the same.
Right. That's another thing that caught my attention. I feel like you're using the roller like a calligraphy marker. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting your angles, you know, like you're drawing calligraphy or something, but in like a unique graph style. So
that's one of my influences when I was away from society, man, that I really studied was lettering. You know what I mean? Because every vandal, pretty much at their core, is just a fancy lettering artist.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you do characters and stuff too, then I guess you're a cartoon character. You know what I mean?
Right.
You do cartoon characters. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, no, I like lettering. You know what I mean? I like all different forms of it. You know what I mean? Like I like the old school stuff. I like the new school stuff. But you always see stuff that gets recycled, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to have originality in this business, it's almost an impossibility.
Right. Yeah,
it's hard to accomplish.
The lane is getting filled fast. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's saturated, man. So I mean, and that's one of the things like I like about rollers, man. Like do dudes bust rollers? Hell yeah, man. There's a dude Oprah out of Vegas, man. This dude's crushing rooftops like motherfucker everywhere, dude. You know what I mean? Like mad props. You know what I mean? There's a lot of dudes. In Mexico, there's a bunch of cats doing big rollers. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, every time I see one, it makes me want to go bigger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah, I say reach out to all those cats. I think you all got something, and I guarantee that they'd be down to throw in on the dream, bro. You know? So
it'd be crazy, man, to see something a mile long, man, on a drone video.
No, that'd be wild. Yeah, that's some shit that only people that do big shit can think of. You know what I'm saying? I've never even thought of such a thing. You know?
I mean, you gotta have vision, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, and from that perspective too. You know, I mean, that's tight, man.
What I was saying a minute ago, though, I kind of lost track of what I was saying. I always wondered if other people had like goals, or if they just, what's called mass coverage. I mean, like I was telling my fiance, all that is a common goal. You have a personal goal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Is your goal to set the bar? Is your goal to stand out? Is your goal to be original? I mean, why do you do what you do?
Absolutely.
What is your angle? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I like that, man.
My angle is to do everything that other people haven't done.
Yes. Hold on one second. I'm writing. I take notes during the interview, so I liked that quote.
Hard to do though.
Yeah, for sure. Where
Try it.
Where did you come up with your name? What inspired you to start writing Moxy?
I had a name that I had written since I was a kid. That I'll just leave that at that because it's attached to somebody that is from my past that I don't talk to. And
okay.
But I had a Dutch Brothers blank windmill sticker, and I was thinking to myself, like, the name that I wrote, I got in touch with the internet and did some research and found out that a whole lot of other people wrote the same name. I wasn't comfortable with that because I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be one name in a crowd of 50.
Right.
I'd rather be one name that people know who the fuck I am.
Right.
So, with that being said, I had a Dutch Brothers blank windmill sticker from the fucking coffee shop, and I had it, and it was sitting there, and I was like, oh, that looks like a big X. You know what I mean? The top of the windmill.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what could I write right there? And it just popped into my head, just Moxy, boom, and I wrote it. And I was like, okay, cool, boom. Did the research. The only thing that came up, paint-wise, was some kind of, and this was after the fact. I saw it. It was like a Photoshop, and it was called Moxy Photo or some crap like that. But nothing popped up. I did extensive research. I was like, okay, cool.
Nice.
And stuck with it, and it was the serious to write an X and a Y in a row like that, and it was pretty hard to adapt to. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I got a hotel in Tempe called the Moxy.
Oh, tight. I like those letters. I like those letters. It's M's are always fun. I mean, I write a W. You know what I'm saying? So I like that shape of a letter. O's I've always had fun drawing O's. I like O's. X and Y, super unique. So that's tight, man.
There's not a lot of dudes that flex that X, man. Exhaust, one of the dudes, you know what I mean? That really uses that pretty hard, man.
I think
try not to look at other people's work though. If you look at too many other people's work, man, eventually your mind remembers it. You know what I mean?
Right. Tight, man. Very cool.
Same letters.
Very cool. What is the best advice that someone has given you throughout your art career? And before that, how long have you been writing?
Since '95.
Okay, so a while. So yeah, what's the best advice someone has, gave to you, or inspired you, or something?
Besides stay humble, I would have to say, just to do me and don't let anybody else influence me or let what they say stop me from what I'm trying to do.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Was that like one of the writer homies or just someone throughout the... Who?
My homies told me that.
Your homies. The homies. All right. Okay, well, you kind of mentioned this, but if there's anything else, where do you envision your craft going? We know you want to do that massive roller, but is there any other avenues that you'd like to take it?
I was tossing the idea around. I don't know, trying to start like a roller crew or something, but I don't know. I was part of a crew, and it was out of Brazil, and these dudes went pretty hard, man. Like, salute to them. But I don't know, man. Being part of something else, it's almost like you go to a job, right? You put in 9 to 5 every single day. You put in overtime. Let's say you work 80 hours a week, right? You wake up every single day, 5, 6, 7 days a week, and you do that. You know what you're doing? You're making that person's dreams and goals come true.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
and that's a little bit part of it, but there was other reasons. But, you know, my fiance is a psych major. You know, her and I had talked in length about a lot of things, you know, because there is a psychology aspect of painting. You know what I mean? That a lot of people don't really,
absolutely,
you know, think about. Like, they just look at the painting. They don't think, okay, cool, what's behind that? You know what I mean?
Right,
like the person
right.
they go through.
Right. And I think even more so with what you do. I mean, I think there's it's like a different mindset, you know, bombing freight at the level that you do, as opposed to just like bubble letters throughout town.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know. I want to see it go to the point where rollers are just as respected as a can hit. No matter how detailed or how many colors, if it's a super burner that Vulcan did, like, that dude's been one of my inspirations, man. That dude was on some, like, super space age shit like Kever is, like, back in the 80s, man. Like, that dude's never spoke about.
Right.
Vulcan, hey, that dude dropped a football field size roller on the bottom of the LA River bottom. I saw it in a book when I was a kid, man, that I had. And I was like, damn, man. I was like, that's dope, man. It said how many gallons of paint he used and shit. And I was like, man, that's just fucking crazy, man. And ever since, man, like, you can YouTube it, man. Vulcan Super Burner, man. This dude uses like 420 colors, man, on this piece.
Damn, dude.
This dude's fucking nasty, man. Yeah, I don't even know if he's alive or still writing. But if I could have somebody part of doing that mile-long thing, dude, that'd be super dope, man. Get that done for it.
Nice. I think, you know, maybe not through all, like, you know, vandals or whatever, but I definitely know like a significant amount of vandals are, you know, do respect what you guys do on that level. You know, maybe not to like the fullest because we haven't done that massive of, you know, scale. But, and then, you know, I think it's more like for cats that have been bombing long enough to really respect the art of like the size that you guys rock at. I think for like people that just walk the streets, you know, and see a bomb, maybe they like it, maybe they don't. That don't write, it's different. It's more like foreign to them, you know. It's more an alien to them. So it's pretty interesting.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah, what's up?
The other day, man, I was talking to this cat, and I called him out, man, told him I'd battle him and shit because he was running his mouth. And I said, but check this out. You write my name, and I'll write yours, man. And he's like, oh, Facebook battle and shit. I said, no. I said, I want you to step outside your little comfortable bubble of your name and flex my shit.
Right.
And then I'll do yours, man, and I'll drop a whole car. And this dude was like, and he goes, and I sent him some pictures and just flooded his phone just full of roller hits, man. And he's like, those are rollers? And I go, yeah. I said, all I do is rollers. The dude laughed at me.
Wow.
All that did was give me more confidence.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool, man. Now I'm just going to go pay him bigger.
Right.
I don't let it affect me. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, that's just a small part of why I want to keep doing rollers. Like, hey, you know what, man? Hey, they're out there. Just as much as a can shit is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to keep that shit alive, bro. Definitely keep it alive.
Preserving vandalism, man. Mask Mafia.
For sure.
No face, no case, man.
It's dope.
Every time I leave the house, I mask up, wipe everything that I take.
No
so
doubt.
in case I gotta leave 15 buckets behind because the police or a chopper pulls up.
Right.
Everything I leave behind is just a loss instead of fingerprints.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Dope.
I mean, I went out with a cat and we busted some tankers together, and like I gave him a mask to wear, and then like halfway through, like he took it off. He's like, "Man, this thing's hot." I'm like, "Man, I would rather be sweaty than in jail."
Well, for sure. Yeah, no, like I said, the scale.
Like, it is what it is, personal preference. You know what I mean? But
yeah, like I said, the scale that you guys rock is, you know, yeah, the bubble letters scene definitely doesn't match. You had some pretty interesting equipment on your Instagram the other day. You had some like climbing equipment, some like straight ninja shit, bro. What's that? What are those?
Yeah, it's just some little climbing shit, man. I mean, it's not really all that realistic. I mean, somebody made a comment on my shit. Like, it's so hard to use. Like,
really?
Somebody told me that. Yeah, one of my buddies in Facebook Messenger and shit hit me up. He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Those things right there, they're really hard to use, man." I was like, "Oh shit," because you're gonna break your hand probably. I'm like, "Ah, fuck it." You know, I mean, I just keep it for like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just sit on the shelf or whatever.
Visual effect.
But I'm trying to get a grappling hook, man.
Yeah. That's tight, dude.
I get a grappling hook, man. Billboard season.
The game is over.
So now.
Tight, dude.
Give me a grapple and a friggin' extingo, man. Just gas everyone out.
That's tight. Have you ever with the rappelling system and all that shit?
Nah, I haven't messed with it, but I try to acquire it once in a while. You know what I mean? When it comes on Craigslist, and I can try to get it. Like, I really don't like paying for anything. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Any vandal would rather spend money on, you know what I mean?
Keeping
on
the
trees or the rent or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Themselves, a new pair of shoes, their lady, whatever it may be. But nobody likes to pay for art supplies, so I just try to trade for everything.
It's keeping the dream alive, man. That's like a real fucking vandal. Good shit. All right. Let's see. So we know what mediums you use: huge walls, bucket paint, rollers. Is there any other equipment or other forms of art that you do?
Yeah, I do stickers. I'm trying to start doing canvases. I mess with little HO scale cars and shit.
Those are so much fun.
Pretty much anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just came up on like 8 gallons of old school Marsh ink, man, and some of these rollers and roller pads, man. I just went out right before the interview and shit, man, in broad daylight with a little mask on my face and just walking down the street, and I use that roller and the ink pad, busting my ass M. Electrical box, bam, underlined and just dip, walk right across the street. I was like, I'm hyped. Let's go.
Real shit.
I was gonna go out last night to drop a whole car and shit, man, and come back, take a couple hours of sleep, jump up, and interview and shit. But I fell asleep, man.
Tight. That's what I like to hear, man. Keeping the fucking the heartbeat of the culture alive, bro. So when you rock canvases, you use acrylics?
I just barely. One of the homies came over the other day, man, and the first canvas he ever did was right there in front of me and shit. This little tiny one. And I started. He's like, "Hey, man," he goes, "I'm gonna leave you here and shit," and he goes, "Do something on there." So I'm gonna do my little roller character that I do on there and shit.
Oh yeah, where'd that character?
First one I was using.
Go ahead. Sorry.
What's that?
Sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I don't know how to pronounce it. If it's Molotov or Molotov markers.
Yeah, it's like it's German. So I mean, I say Molotov. Yeah, I say Molotov.
Yeah, I'm just using those Molotovs. That's it.
The markers.
And then I used a couple little Sharpie fucking paint pens and shit.
I see. Cool. Where'd your character?
I had to.
Go ahead. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. My bad, bro.
No, go ahead.
Where did your character evolve from? Forgot about that.
I don't know, man. When I was part of the crew I was from before I left. The guy that did the most characters, they're pretty dope, man. I used to always talk to him like, "Hey, can we create a character together, almost like collab one?" You know what I mean? It would be mine, but in a sense, like if anybody does anything that I do, any little bit of it, it's not mine. I mean, I got a homie, Jimmy King, man. Big shout out to Jimmy King, man. Going through some shit right now, man. Hope you're all right, bro. If you're listening, man. He prints all my stickers.
Oh, okay.
Dude's dope as fuck, man.
Okay.
Anybody needs stickers, man, holler at my dude, man. But
Cool.
besides him, we collab on a lot of stuff. I'll send him hand style pictures and shit like that, and he'll just print my hand styles, or
Tight.
we'll do throw around ideas, or he'll make stuff for me and just come up with stuff, man, just because he's the homie. I mean,
For sure.
and but I try not to have anybody else be part of what I do, because if they are, it's not mine.
Right. For sure.
That's my view on it, at least. You know what I mean? Like, you can do collabs and shit like that. Like, that's dope. You know what I mean? That's something that you share and stuff. You know what I mean? It's not something that's completely yours. You know what I mean?
Right.
You didn't do all of it.
With that being said, and then thinking back on like doing your mile-long roller, how long do you think that would take you to do, you know, by yourself, or how long do you think it would take you to do with 5 people?
If the buff wasn't a factor, by myself, I'd say a week or less, guaranteed.
Really?
Solo.
That's not bad. I mean, that shit. If that saber,
that's keeping pace with 30 dudes on their pace.
Right.
Pretty much. So
Right.
if their whole thing is a letter, so that's 3 nights.
Yeah.
Almost. I mean, it'd be faster than them, actually.
Yeah, it would be it would be almost twice as fast as them.
Yeah, but the buff is a factor.
Right. See, I don't even...
That's the problem. If they get me halfway through, it's pointless, you know what I mean?
Right. I don't even know where to begin. Like, I would just think, like, just dumping fucking a bucket on the ground, and then I feel like you'd need, like, it'd be, like, different than doing rollers. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I'm just looking at it different, but I would think
I can see it already done inside my head.
Okay. That's so fucking wild, dude. Damn, well, shit, you might need to give me a call. I might be your extra set of hands on that shit if you need it, bro. Fuck it. So, cool, man, cool.
Well, you know what I mean? Make this shit happen, make the dream go, you know what I mean? I don't care. Hey, the thing about it is this, man, like, hey, the only reason why I'm a smartass, and this is what if anybody's listening to this, man, that don't like me, you know what I mean? Which people probably are, too. I'm just a smartass, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a cocky motherfucker, but, hey, I'm super humble, man. To have all the people, just to have you sit here and call me to want to interview me for what I do. Like, honestly, my view on what I do is nothing compared to what Kever does, or what, you know what I mean, Mad C, what, you know what I mean, Vulcan, King, anybody, you know what I mean? C, Risk, Saber, all the old school cats, you know what I mean? Zephyr.
Right.
You know, what I do is nothing compared to all the guys, you know what I mean?
For sure. But when think about it like this, when when your name is, you know, in that lineup, you know, I mean, from your own perspective, it's humbling to be a part of that conversation. But from an outsider's perspective, it's like you're there for a reason, you know. You definitely earned your place in that lineup. So.
I mean, people have called me the Roller King, you know what I mean? But hey, I can't actually call myself that, man. And hey, I honestly can't take that right now, man. You know why? Because I haven't put in enough work, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Other people sitting there put fucking 3-4 years in the freight game, and all of a sudden they're kings and shit.
Right.
For real, man. You haven't been paying for 3 years.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
Exactly.
Pretty wild. Okay. Cool.
I mean, I've only been doing rollers actually for 2 years, a little bit more.
Okay.
To be honest.
All right.
And like, I can't sit there and say like, oh, I've been doing this forever. Yeah, man. No, I actually haven't. So every time I go out, you know what happens? I'm learning on the fly.
Oh yeah.
I'm not learning in the black book. I'm learning out there. If I make a mistake, I actually post it on my Instagram.
Right.
There's a roller I did in the rain, man, and it dripped and it melted halfway through. And you know what was really funny? I was in the back of a cop car, driving by, watching them buff the other half.
Oh, no shit.
Not cool.
That's wild, dude. It's so funny. I mean, I've definitely passed by, you know, my stuff being buffed before, too. Like, that's quite the feeling, you know, especially when you didn't get caught for that exact piece, you know. You're like, all right, cool.
Yeah. The cop car wasn't pain related.
Right. No, I figured that. Oh, I get all these messages popping up. Okay, cool. So, what's one of the greatest or most memorable experiences that you've come across?
Probably the biggest roller I've done.
What one was that?
It was 361 feet.
Okay.
And by myself, no help.
Tight. How long did
it
that take?
took me, I think 5-6 nights.
Wow. Do you have a picture of that?
Yeah, I got drone footage of it. I got all that shit. I just haven't been able to get it exposed to you know what I mean? Shrunk down into like a 60-second video so I can show it on Instagram. It's just on a thumb drive and shit. But I got pictures and stuff like that that won't even fit on my Instagram. They're so big.
Right. Well, if you can send me a picture, I'll add it to the YouTube.
Yeah, I can send you some pics for sure, man.
It's up to you. If you want me to add it to the interview when I upload it to YouTube, I'll definitely do that. I think it'd be very cool to kind of show more of what you do, you know, for sure. All right, and then on the flip side of that question, what are some undesirable experiences that you've come across in it?
Just dudes talking shit to me because they think that rollers is just another way to get up and that it ain't really no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just talk down to, like, you know what I mean, what I do ain't really shit, you know what I mean? And, you know, I really look at it like that. I'm just out to just mass coverage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out just to wreck shit. I don't give a fuck what it is. Oh, you went over the numbers on the car. Dudes are talking shit. I don't give a fuck. Stamp my shit. Next car. Let's go. Give a fuck, man. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what. You know why? You know the reason why? My health ain't that great. And I'll just leave it at that. And it's a little bit less than I wish it was.
Damn.
And I'm in a hurry to get things accomplished.
Damn. Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people, I think, don't fuck with me because I'm in a hurry. I'm like, hey, man, let's get this done. But you're bullshitting. All right, cool. Next. Like, get out my lane. You know what I mean? Like, if you ain't on some serious shit, if you're not with it, get the fuck out of my way, man. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck yeah, dude.
I'm getting too old for this shit, man. Like, hey, I want to go out and paint as much shit as I possibly can, man. You know what I mean? Not to be a smart ass, just like, hey, man, that's the point. That's the name of the game, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go out and get up.
Wild. Well, big ups, bro. That's fucking dope. Mad respect for that, because that's hella fucking real, man. There's no bullshitting, bro. And that's fucking. I mean, that's the game.
I keep it real, man. If I fuck up, if I do something, if anything, man, I'll admit it. You know what I mean? Like, somebody points out one of my errors, I'm like, fuck, man. Like, dude, I fuck up all the time, man. Like, I'll do a 3D, half drop shadow, and I'll look at it afterwards, and I'll be like, damn, man, I got to triple back on this one.
No doubt.
Go fix it. Like, people, this dude I was friends with, he's like, dude, you're going to go back tonight, tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, man, dude. I was like, I'm going fucking till this motherfucker hole. And I was showing him pictures, like, each one, you know what I mean? Moxy won, then I had my crew on the end. You know what I mean? And each one was progression. The first 4 letters were 25 feet each. The next 100 feet was 30, it was 3 letters, so cut that beat, you know what I mean? 33 and a third, you know what I mean? And then the last was 161 feet, and divide that by 3 letters. So I did my crew the hugest. So I showed for each thing.
That's gnarly.
That was my point to do it, you know what I mean?
That's fucking nuts, dude.
I mean, and I dropped that, and I tried to get it out there so people could see what I was doing. You know what I mean? That like, hey, this is my name, and I'm here.
Right.
There's a statement. You know what I mean? Like, hey, and I did a video and shit, and gave props to Saber and to MTA, man, because those are the people that inspired me to do that, man. I mean, I didn't want no help. Saber, I think, did 200 feet by like 40 feet. So, I mean, I went 100 some odd feet. You know, I mean, no, I think his was like 255, I think. So, I mean, I went past him, but like that fool dropped a piece. You know what I mean? Like, I just did a block hit. You know what I mean? Right. Big old blockbuster. You know what I mean? That's two different balls of wax, man. So like, I went longer than he did, but that dude definitely got me on that.
Sure. Hey, still, man, that's definitely notable. It's definitely notable. Cool, bro.
How can I send you those off my other phone or what?
What's that?
How can I send you those? I'm gonna send you those pics right now.
Yeah. You can send it to my email. That would probably be the best.
What about here? Let me see. Album gallery. Oh, there we go. I'm pretty sure that I got the longest solo rower, man. I tried to do a lot of research, man, to see if there was something that was longer than that's a foot longer from goalpost to goalpost on an NFL field. 360 feet, man.
God.
His goalpost to goalpost.
Damn.
Yeah, busted a football field by a foot.
God.
That shit's gone. It's already buffed.
How the fuck do they buff that? With, like, cement?
You know what happens? Hey, somebody side busted it. You know what happened? They buffed the side bust and kept my shit running. Motherfuckers didn't want to pay to buff that shit. Are you serious?
Right. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to see that. Like I said, definitely put that on the YouTube video for sure. That's dope. It's incredible. Yeah, I've definitely not done anything.
You know what the roller I did before that was?
Mm-hmm.
It was 123 feet. So I jump. Everything I do, I try to keep going bigger. But you know what I mean? I've had a lot of going on in my life, so I've had to, you know what I mean? I want to try new things, do other stuff. So I did I don't know how it happened. I just went out and how I did my hand styles with the calligraphy, like chisel, little chisel tip.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I could do this with the roller, man.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, and I just tried it. And that shit stuck. Motherfuckers are like, damn, that's dope.
It looks fresh. Okay. Yeah, it looks hella fresh.
I'm going to stick with this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of, calligraphy artists and then graph writers that use calligraphy pens like me. I'm a graph writer who uses calligraphy pens once in a while. And, to see you just move that to a larger scale, it's fucking dope to see. Hella dope to see.
What I need, man, is I need somebody to get out there and video me, man, or I need a GoPro, man, and so I could show people exactly the whole thing, man, and then shrink the video down to like 60 seconds.
Right.
And stick it on my Instagram. I'll put it on. I don't have a YouTube channel or anything. But,
right.
I mean, that'd be dope to start one of those, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we could chat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some other time, you know what I mean? Maybe you can give me some advice on how to do some stuff that. I don't know, man. Like,
absolutely.
I'm not in it for the fame or nothing, man. I just want to really try to preserve.
Right.
Something that it's just not a lot of people do. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a lot of rollers that get done, but it's not. I only do rollers. Mm-hmm. Like there's not a lot of people that can get out there.
Right.
If there is, man, help holler at me.
Right. No, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm down to talk to anybody that's doing rollers, man. No discrimination. I don't care how big you're doing them. If it even looks a little ugly, shit, they're not supposed to be perfect.
Right.
I do. Hey, the 361 footer I did, man, that motherfucker is crisp. This dude said I use a level. I was like, that
no
is a level.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Damn. That's can control. That's bucket control. That's a whole nother level, bro.
I mean, like, hey, you know how many gallons of paint it took me now?
I was wondering.
Only like 9 to 12.
9 to 12.
Yeah, it was a smooth wall.
That's fucking solid. I've probably used half a gallon of paint just to buff a wall. So, that's out of my understanding, really. Oh, only about 9 to 12. Huh?
It was only like probably 5 or 6 feet tall though, man. And then dudes were talking shit. It's, you should have done the whole thing. Like, hey, you come down here and do that shit.
Right.
Let me see you do it.
Right. Right. Dope.
Hey, you know what was crazy the whole time? Hey, every single night, man, train would stop right there on the tracks right behind me, man. And those dudes would be walking around inside the engine cars and shit. There was a homeless dude there watching me, man. Like, hey, that dude was my witness, man. I got his phone number.
No doubt. No doubt.
I got no help, man. Hashtag no help, man.
Damn.
On a solo tip.
That's tight.
Solo assassin, man.
That's tight, dude. Yeah, I can't wait to see those pictures. But, you should probably just have a drone hovering above you one time, Like you said, trying to get a little clip and shit. I think that'd be the way to do it.
I want to get one of those 360 camera things, man. Those, like, Samsung 360. Just sit it down on the ground, that little pod thing, and just right behind me while I go to town, man. But I don't know what card you can put in it, how much it'll hold. Like, it takes my old ass a long time to do a roller. I'll stay out sometimes 6-8 hours.
Right.
3 hours past sun come up. Like, if this thing's got to get done, I don't give a fuck who's watching me. It's freeway side.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I get chased by Arizona Department of Transportation, ADOT. That's who buffs me. I got pulled up on by 3 ADOT trucks and chased.
Damn.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, mid stroke.
Damn,
just dipped in my bucket, pulled it up, and saw 3 trucks behind me, and it was like, pew!
Damn.
It's like in a cartoon. I was gone.
The life, bro. Living the life of a rock star.
The craziest part about that big one, and the craziest part about the big one was the property owner chased me off the property when I went back to get the drone footage. He tried to run me over.
No fucking shit.
Dude was on the property, man. Dude pulled up. I got this dude to fucking drone it, man. And I was like, hey, check this out, man. He goes, hey, there's some cars up there by the building. I was like, oh, shit, this dude's actually here? Boom. Hey, and I was like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'm going to the back fence. I'm going around the opposite way, dude. I held up a huge-ass sticker, man, that had my crew on it that was 4 feet long, man, with a mask on, shit, and a little Batman hat. And fuck, straight up, man, dude. Hey, yeah, you'll squeeze a little bottom thing of the ears come up and shit, little kid hat. Yeah. Acting a fucking fool, man. And that dude saw me. And fuck, I took off running. You could see it on the fucking on the drone footage I got on the thumb drive. And I lost my Krylon necklace, man, and I had to double back, man, to fucking go get it. I traced my steps, man, with a panoramic pic. And I gave that homeless dude some food and shit. And yeah, I found my necklace, man. Something my lady gave me, man. I don't ever leave the house without it, man. I don't use cans, man, but Krylon's old school, man. That's what started me painting. You know what I mean?
Right. That's fucking tight, man. I like that. I like those stories of shit that, like I said, I've never encountered, you know, so that's crazy. A whole new perspective, bro.
Yeah, it was like, there was always something, man. Like, hey, and there was like, that wasn't consecutive nights either, man. Like, there was some times where it would be raining. I'd get off at work at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Boom, and I'm on my way racing to go hit that wall to finish, man.
Right.
Before it gets buffed. And then, hey, sure enough, dude, I got video of me driving in the car past the street sign, dude. Fuck! And it's raining. I'm like, shit, dude, I gotta go home. Hopefully it's not raining tomorrow. I was like, go finish that bitch. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I got it done before fucking they buffed it and shit. It ran for like, I don't know, about 8 months. 10 months.
That's wild, man. Yeah, dedication and consistency, I guess, is what came to my mind.
I'm trying, man. Hey, like I said though, man, like every time I go out, I learn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like people call me the roller king. I'm out here learning every time I go out. Like, I'm just winging it when I go half the time. Like, I don't even take a sketch. I'm like, I'm just going to go do this. Full car. I get out there. I'm like, okay, I'll sketch this around. Boom. Okay. Oh, that looks halfway okay. Boom. I'll do it. Like, as long as it gets done.
Right.
You know, halfway through, a lot of times I'll take a break. I won't even want to finish. I'm so tired. You know what I mean? My health ain't that great. Getting old. Like, but you know what, man? Something kicks in every time, makes me finish.
Tight. How long does it take you to do like one of those tankers?
Probably about 3-4 hours.
Okay.
My ADHD.
Right. Damn, you kind of remind me of my homie Henri in LA. He might be another person that would want to help with that shit. He's always like in go mode. So cool, man. Very cool. All right.
It's crazy too. I hit up a lot of riders, man, to go out and ride, man, and a lot of people ain't never down to go out. I mean, they're like, oh yeah, we'll go out and shit. And when it comes time, like, hey, I got the whip, whole trunks full of buckets. Let's roll.
Right. You're in the Bay?
Crickets.
You're in the Bay or you're in Arizona?
Crickets. Nah, I'm in AZ.
Oh, okay.
I wish I was in the Bay. I'd be out there trying to help everybody, man.
Right. Because I know hella people in the Bay and LA. Man. But I only know one MC in Arizona, and so he doesn't go. He's just a rapper. That dude doesn't go out at night, you know? So.
What's crazy, man, is like when a lot of cats hit me up on social media that are from Arizona, like, bam, I'll jam them up. Like, hey, what's good, man? You know what I mean? Like, you're checking my shit out or you want to follow me or whatever. Like, what's going on?
Right.
And then, like, I'll hit cats up. Like, I'll check their shit out. Like, oh, I know who this is. You know what I mean? I seen their work and shit. Like, let's go all right and shit. I don't know. I feel a lot of times that, like I said, man, a lot of people don't respect what I do and shit. You know what I mean? Or they don't. Or they're maybe someone actually told me that they're intimidated by it.
That's more
maybe
that's
as big as I go.
That's more like it, I think.
I don't know.
Because like if you hit me up to go out and bomb, I would be like I said, dude. We're completely different, you know, breeds of us, you know, of this game, you know. I'll mob with some cans and shit, but that, you know, lugging buckets around, that's foreign to me, bro.
That's a workout.
Yeah.
That's a free workout.
For sure. Maybe we could compromise.
That shit weighs about 50 pounds. 50 pounds a 5-gallon bucket.
Right. We could probably compromise with like one of those fire extinguishers, you know, mobbing with some fire extinguishers. I'd be down. But yeah.
Those things are actually kind of heavy when you're walking with them, man.
Right. It's quite the game. All right.
Yeah, anything rollers, man. Like I actually have seen a few roller characters lately. I saw this little dog, like stuff that I'd never seen before, man. Like when I did the roller characters that I did, I was like, man, I wonder if anybody's ever done roller characters. I told a couple of the homies and shit, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna do a roller character. I don't know, just, time went by, and then boom, I wanted to go out and paint, and I sat down and just did this little dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, that's money right there. A dude's holding a fucking bucket and a roller, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, the reaction I got from other people were like, man, you got to stick with that thing. That's dope. I'm like, okay, man, that's, if other people, man, are seeing my work and then they say that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to go with it, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Tight, man. Very fucking impressive shit that is going on, that's for sure. All right. So what other, or are some projects you're working on? Do you have something that's like started right now? Or you have something planned other than the mile long? You're going to have to name that something too, bro.
We'll have to talk, man. Hey, if I can get a couple serious, man, you gotta be stupid though. If you're stupid, man, we can roll, man. You know what I mean? But if you're not stupid, man, hey, being out there like that, man, hey, I'm talking like I'm gonna be out there with tasers and shit. Like, if anybody comes near me, dude, I'm tasing them, stopping them. I'll zip tie 'em, man. Like, you're not gonna stop me, man.
For sure.
Like, that's the point. That's as serious as I am. Hell, motherfucking yeah, man. Like, hey, and once I start that shit, you get near me, man. You're getting tasered to zip tie.
That's funny.
I don't give a shit. I'll put something over your head, man. You know what I mean? I'll let you go and I'm done. I don't know.
Word.
I mean, like, once you start that, what are you gonna do, man? Like, you gonna
Right.
let some civilian just walk up and just stop your shit?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, you gotta be as dedicated. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I was telling one of my homies, I was like, man, if a cop rolled up on me straight up, man, I'd probably tase him, man.
No doubt.
Yeah. Like,
that's
what am I
real.
gonna do, man? Like,
That's real, man. That's
but,
dedication.
like, that's gonna create a whole can of worms. You know what I mean? Like, talking about it and then thinking about it rationally. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Right. Wild.
Super bad idea.
Do you have anything started right now, though? Or anything else planned?
I got some stuff in the works, man. I got a couple big roofs and shit, man. That I'm trying to do right now. I got the top of a few buildings that I've been trying to really hit, man. This one I call it my unicorn, just like Memphis Reigns and freaking Gone in 60 Seconds. And it's freaking 67 Shelby, man. I mean, like, I cannot get on top of this thing. I took 3 ladders to it. 2 ladders.
Damn.
Not enough. I'm like grappling hook. I need this grappling hook, man. I just want to climb up this motherfucker and I want to get on inside. I don't think it's ever been hit in Phoenix.
Wow.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how long it'll run, but that motherfucker will be up there.
Hold on one second.
But, like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, hold on one quick second. Bruno Bars, one of my battle rap homies, is watching. He's asking a question that I can answer real quick. No, Bruno, this Moxy is not a battle rapper. He's a roller graffiti artist, so no, he's not battling King Malcolm Jamal. All right, sorry about that. That was a question that popped up. You were mentioning something before I interrupted?
No, just anything I see, man, I try to paint, whatever it is, man. I want to go hit this Sherwin-Williams building, man. I'm a big Sherwin-Williams fan. Hashtag around my shit. Fuck a sponsor. No crew needed, you know what I mean?
Buff the world, bro. Buff the world, bro. That's so fucking awesome, man.
Hey, if I worked for Sherwin, man, dude, that my fan club of haters, man, would probably quadruple back in the day.
That's so dope, dude. Damn, yo, that's awesome. I like hearing that. That's funny as hell.
I want to learn how to tint paint. That's one of the things, like I don't know, like there's a lot about painting that I do not know, man. Like a lot of cats in Brazil, like the crew that I was part of is out of Brazil, and the reason why I think I got their attention was because almost all their shit over there is roller done. Like all the graphics on the sides of buildings, like 50 stories up, all like crazy ass shit where they tie like 14 ladders together, stand on top of each other. Hey, all that shit is used. They do roller shit.
Damn.
I mean, they do cans too, but like rollers over there are boss, man. So like when I was sitting there, the crew's name was on the end of that huge ass roller I did.
Right.
Man. So when I dropped that shit, man, them dudes over there were like, "What the fuck?"
Right. That's tight.
I was telling them about it, showed them a couple little progress pics, but when it was done, they were like, they didn't even talk to me. I was like, "What the fuck, man?" I was like, "Did I do something wrong or something?" Them dudes were like, "Man, we didn't know what to say."
That's wild. That's tight, dude.
I was like, "Thanks." I mean, that's a good reaction, I guess.
So, you say like tinting paint. Do you like mix colors every once in a while, or are you pretty much set with what you got? How does that process work for you?
I mean, I mix stuff. I mean, but like not to like try to like create other colors, like add green and yellow to make something else or whatever,
Right.
or blue and red, or no, I don't
Whatever
do stuff
color
like
that
that.
is.
But I'll toss scrap stuff together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definite.
And just create that. But I mean, I rack all my paint. I don't pay for shit.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or I trade for it,
Mm-hmm.
or get it for free somehow.
For sure.
I mean, honestly, do you think if I paid for all that bucket paint?
Yeah, that's wild.
Man, I wouldn't even be able to live.
Right. Yeah, that's wild. That's
just expensive as fuck.
How many gallons did you say?
That's not a $3 can.
Right. Yeah, no, bucket paint is a lot, dude. How many?
It's heavy. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's messy.
How many gallons did you say you'd need for the mile?
How many what?
How many gallons did you say you'd need for the mile?
I don't know. I was trying to, like, if they use 500, man, like, I mean, I don't even know this will ever get. This is just a dream, man. I mean, a goal, actually, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know if other people set goals, but, like, that's my goal is to beat them. Not because I don't respect them or anything, or I want to take them out or nothing, but I want to set the bar, man.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
Anytime anybody mentions rollers or big, I want my name attached to it. Almost like it's a hashtag, because people will have to mention it because I went that big.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I want to see that shit prevail, bro. And I just obviously the more details you have, the more likely it's gonna come to reality. So that's why I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see this shit happen. Even when you like drop the M,
I got a spot and everything.
Right. I mean, even when you drop the M, like, that's gonna like throw motherfuckers for a loop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, once that shit gets started, it's gonna make noise. So.
The thing about it, though, is I have to step aside, man. If and this is where being humble comes into effect, man, to make my dream come true, man. I mean, I'm not going to end up being able to do it by myself, man. You know what I mean? As much as I truly want to talk myself into thinking that I can, it's not going to happen, man. I'd rather have it happen than sit there and be cocky and be like, I got this shit fucking all by myself. Dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll stack the buckets. I'll do this. And then I wait that much time. What if something happens to me?
Right.
What if my health gets so bad that I can't do that?
Right.
What if something comes up? Life just gets to the point where that's not an option. So I don't want it to get like that, man. So I'd rather get other cats involved, man, that would be serious about doing it.
Right.
To make, that happen, man. To actually see that, no matter if somebody helped me or not, man. But to be the mastermind behind all that, that would really give me a pretty big smile on my face.
Well, tight, man. I like I said, I think you're on the right path, and I think it'd be tight.
I don't think my career will be complete without doing it, man. That's how I feel, honestly.
Right. For sure. All right, excellent. So let's see. Next question I have is words of wisdom for the next generation. Maybe people following people that are inspired by you and stuff like that. Who, yeah.
Keep it original, man.
All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. No, that's hella solid, man. Hella solid. My computer's doing all sorts of weird shit. All right, let's see. So, other than,
I'll probably I got one more.
Okay, yeah.
I would have to say, don't let other people discourage you, man. If you have dreams that are bigger than life.
Tight.
You know what I mean? No matter how big or small your dreams are, don't let other people tell you that they're not achievable, obtainable. That you can't achieve. You know what I mean? You can't make that happen, no matter what it is. Don't let anybody ever put that seed in your head and let it grow. You know what I mean? Like, hey, anybody can do anything. You know what I mean? Just like everybody's setting the bar. Like, as the days go by, I mean, the game gets crazier and crazier and crazier. Like we were talking about, it's saturated, man, with dudes that are just crushing, man.
Right.
I mean, and to stand out in that sea, it's almost impossible, man.
Right. For sure. Yeah, it's definitely a fight. It's definitely a fight for the top.
The other day, somebody told me that King 157's work was plain, but that he was a humble guy. I was like, Well, my work's pretty plain too. I'm not in the category as that cat.
Right.
But my work's pretty plain too. It ain't really super fancy, crazy styled out, wild style shit.
Mm-hmm.
And dude's like, yeah, man, but your shit's got a little. He said something, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? That was the first time I ever heard anybody say something about King like that.
Damn.
Ever.
Yeah.
That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, that's one of my favorite writers and shit.
For sure. I mean, that's the evolution of this game, though, man. I mean, you surpass your teacher eventually, you know? So, it's yeah, man, like I said, interesting perspective, but, you know, pretty wild, pretty wild. So, the next question I have is, other than being the roller bomber, what other things are you into? You said you mentioned something about hip hop before we got on this live feed.
Oh yeah, I'm super into West Coast rap music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not into producing music or I don't write music, but I do have probably thousands of poems that I've written over the years.
Oh really?
Shit, man, I always wanted to try to. I got some published, but always wanted to try to make something into music. No matter what genre it was, I've always wanted to, because all day, every day, my YouTube is gone.
Mm-hmm.
All day, every day. I listen to Moxy, Filthy Rich, Celly Rue, a lot of Sacramento stuff.
Okay.
Listen to a lot of Bay Area stuff, Nat the Pharaoh, E40, Geek the Sneak.
Yeah,
like
who
that.
I haven't really heard about his situation, but you heard he got shot in Richmond a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Kick the Snake.
Yeah. So I haven't heard anything new on that, but that's pretty wild. And then being in the hip hop game, in the battle shit that I'm into, you know, I can always give you connects, and you know, I could feature you on a mixtape or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I could help you even make a mixtape. So that's some other stuff we can talk about. So that's tight. Is there anything else that that you're into?
I don't know, man. I like to crafts, do stuff like black book kind of stuff, man. Like not necessarily like it could be stickers in a black book. It could be right in there. It could be whatever, man. A photograph I took. You know what I mean, I'm starting to become like whenever I go out and take day pics and shit, like I try to take as many pictures as I can because I don't know how long it's going to be there.
Right.
And then I can pick and choose what I want later.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's not a permanent fixture. That's not a guarantee tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make sure. Like at one time, I woke up late. I was running down the side of the freeway to get a picture of one of my characters, and boom, the buff man was coming right at me.
Oh no shit.
I had to turn around and beat feet on these motherfuckers. Hell, I took off running, man. I had a mask on and everything.
Damn.
Walking outside of the freeway with a mask on, trying to get day pics.
Right.
Cameras don't see. They got freeway cameras and shit.
So the trains you paint, they're usually live?
What do you mean?
Like they're running?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just like look at like pictures. Like I don't know how much time you have, you know, to take pictures of most of the trains you paint.
Oh, I got a plethora of pictures.
Ah, word. Part of the
so many that my phone doesn't even want to update.
Right, for sure. Cool. All right, excellent.
My goal for the year, man, was to do 100 rollers, man. I'm getting pretty close to it.
Okay. I've definitely put interesting little goals like that for canvases and stuff. So definitely keep pushing, bro. Yeah. Definitely keep pushing.
I mean, like if that's all, like I was talking about before, if you don't set goals, like what are you doing? Just painting, like just aimlessly?
Right.
You
know. Which isn't bad either, but you know, once you're kind of more in the game and you can start setting up like realistic, you know, goals and shit, then it. But obviously, you know, when you started,
I was younger, I just used to go to the store shit. I didn't have no goals.
Right, exactly. Back, you know, when it all started, it was just destroy.
Yeah. It's to destroy shit. Like I didn't ever in my life, I swear to God, expect anybody to ever ask me to interview me. Not ever.
Yeah, well,
I'm not joking. I'm not.
That's what the
especially for what I do. It's not cans.
Right. Well, like I said, that's what the consistency and dedication, man. People want to hear this, you know. This is a good fucking interview, man. You got a lot of insight and a lot of knowledge that a lot of people that I talk to don't have or don't know about. So it's very tight.
I mean, like, I'm even willing to teach youngsters and shit, man. Like, there's a few cats out here, man, that I've gone out with and shit, man. Like, I want to see cats doing rollers, man. I want to drive by and see, stop, bing, 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 train. You know what I mean? And all I see is, like, 10 cars bang by with full car, end to end, top to bottom, just dripping roller paint. Like,
fuck yeah,
damn, dude.
That's
camera out, reaching out the window, almost falling, just trying to get a video of that shit. Like, oh my god.
That's what's up. Dope. Hell yeah, that's the vision, bro, for sure.
Those trains that I've been hitting and shit. Sometimes they stay there for a while, and sometimes they move. Like, for sure. I got a video of me riding by on a little scooter, by like probably 30 or 40 cars, and I would say that my name was probably on almost every single one of them.
Dope. That's a catalog,
got a whole line going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both sides.
That's the resume right there. Fucking ill. Cool.
Try it, man.
So, is there anything else you would like to raise awareness on, mention, rant about, give any more shout-outs, anything like that?
If you think about it, man, bucket paint's actually safer, man.
Okay.
A lot of people probably don't think about that. Aerosol, and you got to buy a friggin' face mask. You know what I mean? You got to buy a respirator and all that shit if you're going to do that, put in that much work. Otherwise, you're going to flat out friggin' get a lung collapse. You know what I mean? But you don't need a respirator to use bucket paint. See, some of it smells pretty shitty. Like, hey, I'll get paint. I swear to God, that shit's like 100 years old. You open it, it smells like horrible.
Oh yeah,
like, hell
no.
Yeah, this shit's shit brown color. I'm like, oh hell yeah, man, this shit's dark. I get it in. No
damn, that's fucking dope.
That shit ain't got to be brand new off the Home Depot floor, man. I use old shit. I don't give a fuck, man. I'm not picking.
That's dope.
Designer bucket paint.
That's dope. That's definitely a very fresh perspective that I've never heard anybody say, you know? So, hey, thanks for that. That was fucking dope.
And I was like, damn, this is actually a healthy alternative.
This is a healthy alternative. the like vegan vandalist or something. Like, tight, bro.
But seriously, just to see more rollers out there, man. Hey, if any finds, I get people that actually message me, hey man, I see your shit, man. Like, that are actually in my same state. Hey, that means more to me than someone just hit my Instagram from like England being like, oh, your shit's dope.
Right.
I mean, someone actually went, drove by, and like actually saw it or took a pic or anything like that. That always means more, man. But like, there's a show coming up, man, in Phoenix that I'm gonna submit some of my art for, man. I'm gonna put probably, I think about 200-300 postal stickers together.
Oh, okay.
And do a big ass roller character on it, man. I was like, hey, can I submit something real big? And the dude was like, yeah, man, I'll make sure it gets there and shit. I'm like, all right. So I figured I'd put my big ass character on display and shit.
Tight. I was thinking you were gonna say you're gonna like rent a fucking semi truck and buff the whole thing or something. Like, I don't think nothing like really matches the level that you're rocking on right now. You know.
I got this roof running right now, man, and there's been like 4 cats that have told me and shit like, hey man, I thought that company did that.
That no doubt. Like, you're like, yeah, that's exactly right.
I'm like, that's crazy, man, that somebody thought that, man. I'm like, why did you think that? They're like, oh, it was pretty crisp and shit. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I do that with a roller, man.
Tight.
And so you can do crisp, I can do crisp shit, or I can make shit just like super street, like a dripper, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'll just water my paint down and shit, or use thinner, you know what I mean?
Right. I like drips,
Put
man.
water in it right there. I mean, I've pissed in buckets to make that shit fucking go further and fucking thin it out and shit so it drips. I mean, the whole night, man. If anybody out there's done rollers and they've done that, they know about them.
This is one of the most classic interviews, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Hell yeah.
Good shit. All right. That's virtually all the questions I have for you, man. The last one is just how people can reach you.
Reach me at Moxy1 on Instagram. Okay. And give a big shit out to Jimmy King, Cert from PNK, Jonathan Osborne, my mom, man, my fiance, Smile, TSC. Man, I'm probably forgetting a whole bunch of people, man.
For sure.
Kevin for sure, man. Kevin's had my back, man. He gave me some advice on the interview and stuff, man.
Dope.
Just told me, I told him I was nervous, actually, man. Like I said, I keep it real, man. Like I told him, I was like, I don't even know what to say, man. Like he's like, just portray what you want to do, man. Like make some little bullet points, like.
Right.
I want to go big, man, and that's what I want people to know, that rollers are all I do, man. And respect it or not, man, I'm out there to stay, man.
For
I mean,
sure,
I ain't going away.
I think it's funny because there's been a couple people that have said they were nervous. Rose, a couple people said they're nervous. I'm like, I mean, it's just like an audio thing. We're just bullshitting, It's interesting, I mean,
like some people tell me they don't even like to talk about graph, man.
Right. Yeah, that's understandable.
Okay, like I don't know, people get into arguments and different opinions or what, you know.
Right. I think it's funny because it's like, especially being vandals, and then just like coming to like a place where they can like freely express their feelings about the game. Like, I think it's an interesting avenue that not a lot of us are like used to. But hey, that's another reason why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? To like document,
After I started going real heavy, man, like it started slower, and then I started picking up pace, man, started doing more, and like started trying to set goals for myself, and like, man, like, hey, this is something I really want to stick with, man. Right. Like this is my lane, and like I'm gonna keep rolling, man, no matter what. Right. Like I've been through a lot, man. You know what I mean? A couple jail trips, almost caught a life sentence. Like, man, like, seriously, man, been through some shit, man. To where, hey, man, like my quest wasn't done, man. Like life wasn't ready to let me go, man. I needed to keep rolling, man. Straight up.
No doubt. Good
shit. Like I risk a lot, man. Every time I go out, man. My fiance, you know what I mean? She's got a 9-year-old, man, and. Like, that dude means the world to me, too, man. It's my little guy and shit, man. I went out and took some pictures by the tracks with him and shit. This little motherfucker pulled up 5 railroad spikes right out the track all by himself. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's like, you paid the shit. I'm going to derail the shit. That's funny.
On the solo, I was like, what the fuck? He's like, I want to climb on top of the car.
You're like,
I'm like, cover your face, man, so I can take a pic. And
You're like, yeah, do that.
He's like Mask Mafia.
That's
I was
so
like,
funny,
all day,
Damn, bro. The next generation has already got the drive in them.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, seriously, man, I wish I had somebody, man, that would go out with me constantly, man. Like every single time I went out, man, it was always down to bang no matter what, dude. Every single time I was on fucking deck, man, like, let's go, man. The motherfucker would roll, man. I had a homie like that, man, but he ended up getting locked up, man. Shout out to Once, man.
No doubt. Word. But, all right.
I mean, if I had somebody like that, man, I mean, that was always down to go out, man, I could teach, even if they weren't even good, never even done a roller, I could like school somebody, man, and show somebody everything that I've taught myself, because there ain't nobody out there going bigger than those dudes that did that roller.
Right.
Kipto does like super crazy freaking murals with bucket paint and shit. But he adds cans to it and stuff like that. Not to take away from his work, because this shit's freaking bananas.
Right.
He puts a freaking little GoPro on the end of his 23-foot roller pole. Yeah. He does it and goes up, so he a little GoPro action like right on the wall. I was like, dude, it's fucking cool, man. You know
For sure.
I hit him up on Instagram. I was like, hey, you think you'd ever be down to do a collab together and shit? He was like, yeah, maybe sometime, man. That'd be dope. I was like, damn, I'm surprised this dude even hit me back. That dude's so big, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's how I view my own shit, man. I may talk shit or I may be a smart ass, but like, my shit is nowhere compared to any of those dudes that I've been speaking about. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But the fact that they give me the reaction that they give me, and what I give them in the community, man, that's what pushes me to keep going too, man. Dudes are like, man, that shit's super fresh. Yeah. I'm like, next, all right, I'm in my head like sketching out a roller inside my head.
Tight. Dude.
Like I'm ready to go the next day. Like. I'm down to go every day, but of course I have a fiance, so I got to slow it down a little bit.
Right. Damn, that's the drive of
get home, man, so I can roam.
That's the drive of a fucking successful person, bro. So definitely keep that shit up, man. Definitely respect.
I got a business about to drop too, man. No name released yet, but I'm gonna start a clothing company too, man, and try to supply. Vandal clothes to vandals, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Or shit that's appealable to the painting community, you know what I mean? Or even artists that do other kind of stuff, different genres and things.
Keep me posted, man. I'll do a drawing for you if you want.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, definitely, keep me posted. Yeah, I'd definitely be down to supply some art. I mean, I know you got a lineup of artists, so let me know if you want some of my 3D art and shit. So, but yeah, definitely would be inspired to see that. Would be hyped to see that.
I appreciate you reaching out to me,
Cool.
man. And I watched that Kevin interview, man. It was pretty cool, man, listening to Kevin, man, because I always hit him up live on Instagram and shit. You know what I mean? When he's going drawing and shit, get his thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so to listen to you interview him and shit, because I always jam him up and say crazy shit. I'll be like, man, I need a sneaker reveal. And he'll like show his sneakers, man. I'm like, hey, marker reveal. And he'll like show all his markers he's used, and I'll just say crazy shit.
Yeah.
But he's real receptive to people and shit.
He's really fucking cool about that, man. You know.
Man.
So yeah, he definitely deserves you know, all the exposure and attention he's getting, man, because he's really a humble person and an amazing artist too. So yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the reasons, man. And big shout out to Took, man, out there in Denver, man. That dude's he's getting out there in age, man, and that dude's one of my inspirations, man. That dude's out there fucking absolutely murdering shit in Denver, man. I'm talking like off the charts type, super crisp. I'm talking 3D type shit. Like this dude's an amazing artist, man. Like did some time, man, and sat in there and honed his skills, man. Got out and just exploding on life, man. And,
nice.
Humble ass dude, man.
Nice.
Wouldn't mind getting out there to Denver, dropping a big old collab with him and shit, man. Be dope.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, man. Well, big ups, man. I definitely hella appreciate taking the time to do this interview. Stay up. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm always down to support. Send me those pictures, and when I put this on YouTube, we'll definitely apply them.
Gotcha. Mask One, Mask Mafia.
For sure. All right, big ups, homie.
Sure. All right, then.
Word.